Let's see. Okay, we're good on YouTube, we are good on Mixer, and let's see. And are we good on Twitch? We are. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright. Everything seems to actually be working correctly today, I hope. I know yesterday we were having some issues with audio. Just a second, let me check that real quick. I know yesterday we were having some issues with audio. Just a second, let me check that real quick. My volume's turned down really low. Okay, it looks like my audio and video are synced up. We are good to go. That is some good news right there. Alright, so yesterday we finished up our roller coaster here. Put in a few space-themed flat rides over in this area as well. Put in lots of greenery. Lots and lots of greenery. Whole park is going to be full of greenery by the time I'm done, I'm sure. Yeah. Alright, so I know yesterday I was talking about building another roller coaster. We need to do that. This is going to be a little bit of an odd one because we need to make sure there's some sort of emphasis right at the end of this pathway. More of a spectacle there. Something we can light up at night. It'll be good to look at, stuff like that. I'm thinking we're going to be doing a 0G roll here. I'm not sure. We'll play around with it. We do need to do a waterfall though, because I know you guys were requesting that we build a waterfall over there. So we will build a waterfall. But first, we're going to build a roller coaster. Let's see. I have no idea how we're going to set this up. We're going to do some experimenting. It is going to be a hybrid though. Let's see. We'll just use Steel Vengeance here. And this will be solidly in the spooky section, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing too much spooky theming until next week. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. I don't really know what I'm doing here, so including angle snap for starters. And I'm not sure if this will work. I don't think I actually have enough clearance to do this. Ooh, that's really loud in my speakers. Let's turn that down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. I think we're going to raise this up a little bit more. Because we have to have a little pre-drop, and I want to take it over the pathway here. And then come up the side of the mountain. And And Planet Coaster just crashed on me. Well, okay then. I'm not sure why that just happened. Alright, let's get that started up again then, I guess. Weird. Glad I saved. Come on, I just want to launch Planet Coaster. What is going on? Oh, it's trying to update it. Well, give me just a moment here while we try to figure out what's going on. Let's see. You want to end that. And it said it wanted to update. Kind of curious on what the updates are. It's doing something right now. It's not letting me start the game though. A little frustrating. We'll get there. However, it is updating. I'm kind of curious what the new update is. Not sure if they announced anything about an update today. Maybe they have and I just haven't gotten news of it. We'll see. Let's see. Let us see. Try their Twitter account. Last thing they used on their. Well, I guess they did some stuff yesterday, but it's nothing about an update. Very odd. Alrighty then. There we go. Now it says I can start it. Thank goodness. Took long enough. And there we go. Better. Now it's actually streaming the game. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. Just gonna go off this autosave. Instances like this, I do enjoy autosave quite a bit. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. That would be irritating. Uh-oh. Looks like one of our followers, Moxiemat, was actually being featured by Planet Coaster. Well, featured. They retweeted his stuff on their Twitter. Interesting stuff. All right. Where were we? We were trying to build a roller coaster before the game crashed. We're trying to build one over here. We were going to use Steel Vengeance. We were going to put a different train on it, probably the Malice Unchained. But we'll get there. I can bring the station up quite a bit on this, because I want to do a little pre-drop, and I need to bring it over the pathway over here. Do a slight off bank corner there. I don't know if it's actually going to do anything for us, but for excitement wise. Looks cool though. Let's make sure it actually does this without stopping. That'd be ideal. Okay. So going over here, we're going to add some drive tires going over the pathway here. A block brake. So it's going to make timing stuff a lot easier. And a lift hill. Don't know how well this is going to work. We're going to try it. I mean, we're going to clip a whole bunch of trees for right now, which isn't ideal, but... Okay. So, be a pretty tall one. Oh, hey Omega Fighter. Glad you could join us. Hopefully you didn't see all the mistakes I made like 5 minutes ago. Ah, what was that? Okay. We just had a game crash. It was crashing worse than this roller coaster. I don't even know how tall we should make this thing. Let's see. Actually, I've got some ideas for this. We can use this. Actually, that looks a little funky. Let's undo that a little bit. Turning. Like that. Out of our roll. That can work. We're going to have to flatten out a little bit here. I think right there is where we want to be. That is in line with the pathway. Okay. So yes, that's where we want to be. Which that's going to be a really quick inversion, actually. It's going to be going through that really fast. Probably too fast, but we'll definitely have to do that. Yes, I am lucky. I think the only person that, because it said I only had like one viewer, and it was like, oh, but I think that counted as me, because I'm currently on my Twitch page watching. Trying to make sure that everything is working right. Why can't we just go down by 15 degrees? We did it up here without a problem. Why can't we do it down here? Oh well. And this little airtime hill is going to get smoothed out a lot. Actually, I think that took up too much space. Let's do that. Put a little airtime pop there. I don't know how well this is going to work. We'll see. Hopefully it lines up right. Well, no, this isn't going to line up right. Probably come up like this. Hold on. Let's try this again. So we got this. Let's go up one more angle. Well, let's go back. Hold on. I'm trying to make this lined up right, and it's just not quite going where I want it to. So I think we need to be at 60 degrees upward to make this work. Actually, that'll work pretty well. Okay, that lined up well. Get that back down to 5 meters. Hey, Salty. Yeah. Hey, Moxie. How's it going? You see that? Hopefully you've seen, Moxie, that Frontier on their Twitter account retweeted your coaster there. That one that I'm not gonna try to pronounce. Arborea. But yeah, some good stuff there. Good stuff. Alright, so we have a very large 0G roll. I cannot see what's going on here. We're going to come back to this here in just a second once we work on the terrain a little bit. Ooh, nice. You got video. It's always nice. Ah, there we go. That's better. Now I can kind of see what we're doing. Alright. Fantastic. It's not bad so far. So you make sure that we're sitting at a roughly a good speed for this 0G roll, because I really have no idea. And also, this ride, the music has to go down. This is getting on my nerves. There we go. And of course it reset. Okay. Let's get this guy back up the lift hill here. So we can make sure we're going roughly the right speeds for everything. Because I remember the airtime hill looking good. That roll might be a little quick, but we can adjust that. Okay, that roll actually turned out really well height-wise, so we won't worry too much about that. Let's see, I would like to use this area over here for the rest of this roller coaster. Generally staying out of the area outside the footpath. So we need to add this here, we need to add a waterfall, and probably connect the waterfall to this pond over here so it's all coherent. But yeah, so we'll go, after that inversion, we'll have to come up over or under the lift hill here. We'll see, we'll angle it over there. We're probably going to run right into the tracks trying to do this. That is a very low turn. I wonder if I could actually just go into a roll from the turn. That might work. Actually, I think that will. Just add more rolls. Why not? Except with all this foliage in here, it's really hard to see what's going on. Probably should have thought of that before. We'll see. May still be a little quick, but that's okay. Oh, we're still turning. I did not want to be doing that. Let's start not turning. Like that. And then we can do an overbank turn this direction. We'll try that. What was that? I just got a notification. I'm not exactly sure what that was. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna have to redo the foliage and forestry in this area. We'll get there though. Should probably be banking when we're turning while we're banking. There we go. There we go. That's better. We do not want to turn into this roller coaster though, so we're going to straighten this out. Straighten this out. Like that. And I'm sure that will smooth out once we're done. Because again, this one is primarily going to be, everything over here is going to be primarily hidden from the pathways. We only really want to do stuff based on, or this is going to be the only visible part of the ride, which is supposed to be more of a spectacle for people to look at while they're walking around. Actually, maybe we don't want to do that. Let's go back here. There we go. Make it a slightly more gentle turn. That means we won't have to interfere with the other roller coaster at all. Or won't, I don't think we'll be interfering with the other coaster nearly as much now. So let's do that and that. That. There we go. And we can start turning this direction away from the other roller coaster. And we can do kind of like a dive down the hill to the right. Maybe over an airtime hill or two after that. That might work. There we go. Give this a little less angle coming through here. Oh yeah, hold on. I've got the link up that right now. This is their the Planet Coaster Twitter, and it's like the 4th one down. It's quite impressive. Okay, there we go. So we got this dive down to the right to slightly lower level. And we can do a airtime hill down here, I think. I think that should work. Not sure exactly how tall I should make it. That might... that should be about right. Yeah, looks like we're getting airtime there. If we're going to do this airtime hill, we're going to have to do another turnaround back here, though. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to go from here. We'll see. We will see how it goes. Next, we can probably come back over the lift hill here. Like that. Then if we'll be able to come under the lift hill here, maybe go underneath this airtime hill. That might work. Yeah, that's the right angle. That'll get us underneath the airtime hill. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because we've got to do essentially an S-bend here. Come back this direction, but I don't want to make it too severe, so we're gonna... This is gonna need a lot of tweaking when we're done. For sure. Trying to get the laterals right. That's okay. We'll get it sorted out. Let's actually... We could probably come down a little bit too through here. Like that. There. That could work. Let's see. How much speed are we even running still? I'm not even sure. Where did my Twitch chat go? There it is. Where's the train? This is all things considering, this is actually getting pretty long. There's a lot of elements involved. Okay, then from here we can probably run into another airtime hill. Never have too many airtime hills. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. It does also do a great job of looking like just a general cluster from the pathway down here as well. Just making it look just as chaotic as possible. Let's see, how can we... Okay, so I've got an idea on how we want to do this. Let's see if we can make this happen, because we're going to try to turn to the left and up. That's what we're going to try to do. Not sure how much speed we're going to have through here. We might have to make this an overbank turn. But if we come this way, come down, like that. Actually, we might not. It might be just fine the way it is. Let's see. We need a little bit more angle than that. Trying to get it underneath the airtime hill again. Like this. We can even that out. Even that out. Everything's evened out. Okay, perfect. So then come down underneath the airtime hill to kind of do like a double down here. Should be enough headroom there. Hopefully. We'll see. Then from here, do an airtime hill over the pathway. And we're going to be cruising underneath the station. Let me get my brake run on here. Well, what's our speed like coming through here right now? Because it should be acceptable. We should still have some speed going. Or enough speed. That hill's going to be a little painful. We're going to have to adjust that. That's fine. Yeah, we should still be able to get airtime off that hill. That should be fine. So it'll cruise underneath the station like that, which we might need to make it extend it out a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, well, we were building the brake run. That's what we were doing before we got too far here. There we go. Let's get that angle snap back on so we don't mess everything up. It's kind of inevitable, but whatever. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's go back a couple here. Let's go up. Up. That's still a little bit too much of an angle. Let's still turn this way a little. Oh, hold on. Need to unturn that one a little bit. There we go. That should do it. Okay, so we got a little airtime hill right at the end. We can do an upward spiral into the brake run. Actually, more bad ideas. We're going to try something real quick. It's probably not going to work, but we're going to try it anyways. What roller coaster does this? I think it's Outlaw Run. I might be wrong. I don't remember. But that's going to need a lot of smoothing. Oh, it looks weird. Okay, let's do that. Smooth. I got rid of pretty much all of our heart lining, so that's going to be fun. So we're going to take you, we're going to raise you a little bit. Come over here. Move you to the side a little bit. Try to get a little bit of that heart line back in. Okay, that's going to be funky. We're going to go for it though. We are going to try to make this work. Just go through, smooth everything out. Then we can start chasing down our lateral G's, and then our vertical G's, and we'll have it sorted eventually. Okay, then to the top of the first lift hill, which we did kind of a little bit of a turn going down the first hill, so that's going to be a little, the smoothing on that's going to be a little weird, but that's fine. We'll get it sorted out. Or maybe it'll just smooth out all the angle, the entire angle, which is also fine. Nah, actually that came out pretty decent. Can't complain too much. Alright, then not smoothing the top of our airtime hills. Now smoothing the upper sides like this gives it more of that parabolic shape that we're looking for. Which makes the G-forces a lot more consistent. Okay, then we're coming up to our first roll, which is going to be really funky, I'm sure. This one's actually going to be a really fast roll, so this one's probably going to need a lot of work trying to keep our laterals in check. Let's actually lower it a little bit. That might help. Maybe. We'll see. I'm sure the laterals will be off the charts. Smooth out this little airtime hill down here because I'm sure that's quite vicious right now. Just a little bit, just a little bit of smoothing. Either side, not the top, just to make sure it's still there. But yeah, definitely a lot of smoothing for that. Then we come up, and I do not want to smooth the transition too much because that's going to actually make it start spinning while it's curving upward, which will give us more laterals, which I'm trying to avoid. So we'll do that, and hopefully that'll work out for us. There you go, that looks decent. We'll go with that. Smooth this out so it doesn't look like a flat piece of track was placed there like there was. Then into this roll, which is also another very high speed roll, so we tried to be as gentle with the with how quick it was rolling as we could be, while still making it look like it's going to work right. It's gonna be the real joy on this one because you won't even really be able to tell that it's a roll from the pathway. And maybe you will. Yeah, you'll be able to tell. Because the way it was before, it looked like it was just an overbank turn going through the structure. But no, now that it's smoothed out, it definitely looks like a roll. That's fine though. And we have our overbank turn here. Smoothing up to the top, but not smoothing the top. Because that would mess up our top angle. After we're done smoothing and chasing down the G's too, we got to sort out all this tree problem we've created for ourselves by placing a bunch of trees before placing the ride. But it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Just a second. I don't care about that. Alright. Continuing our smoothing. But yeah, once we get all the trees in this, I'm imagining it's going to look, or once we fix all the trees so it's not intersecting the track all the time, it'll look a lot better. I can hope. I feel like this turn might need a little bit more angle, but that's fine. We'll get there. There we go. Yeah, especially after that smoothing, my goodness, that just took out most of the angle. And smooth the other side of the airtime hill there. Which that's smoothing almost all of the banking out of it. I wish there was a option you could smooth the track without smoothing the banking. Because I know they have the option for just smoothing the banking. I want to smooth it without smoothing the banking. And again, smooth the hill, but not the very top. If we need to smooth the top of the hill because the G's are too intense, we'll do that later. Alright, there we go. And then this turn is probably going to be almost like not overbanked at all. No, it's not overbanked at all anymore. But that's okay. We don't need overbanked turns everywhere. Unless we do. We probably don't, though. Lower that a little bit, make sure we have headroom going underneath the track. Don't want any actual head choppers. Non-actual head choppers are okay. Actual head choppers are not okay. Alright. Okay, and that just took out almost all the angle of that turn. Whatever. It'll get sorted out. We'll get it sorted out eventually. Okay, then coming up to our really funky roll up here again. Which again, not sure if it'll even work. We'll see. It might end up being okay. It probably won't be. It looks really weird. Alright, so that is smoothing out the entire ride. Let's see where our lateral G-forces are that we can address. Right here there's some. What a surprise. Right at the bottom of the hill. And hopefully that fixed that problem. Yeah, pretty much. I'm happy with that. We're down well below 1G. We're at what? 0.3? Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with 0.3. Okay, it looks like our problem areas are pretty much what we've already determined as being going to be problem areas. This roll, for starters. Let's get this smoothed out a little bit more. We're going to need to lower this a lot to make this actually survivable. Which actually, that's not too bad. That helps a lot. But let us take this and lower it. And that will help with survivability substantially. Now we're only peaking at 1.3 through here, which is survivable. It is survivable at least. Just a little bit right there. Probably too much angle. We'll decrease the angle through there a little bit. See if that helps us out. So that might be all we needed right there. Well, now we got a high lateral going through the roll again. Okay. Like that, maybe? Maybe that'll work. I need a lot of... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. A lot of playing around with this roll to make it actually work, I'm imagining. Just looking a little bit more reasonable, maybe? That actually is quite reasonable. No excessive amounts of G's. I am happy with that. So, next point is around the bottom of this corner here. Probably needs a bit more angle. Yeah, let's try that. Much better. Alright, then our next spot is in this massive 0G roll, which is probably not actually 0Gs. Yes, that turn's been fixed. This guy for vertical Gs. Not quite. Yeah, not quite 0Gs. We may actually need to raise this up a little bit to decrease our G-forces. Okay, let's try that. We raised up our 0G roll a little bit. Hopefully that gets us, hopefully, evens it out a little bit. Well, that's better. Now we're sitting at 0.2 on the top instead of 0.5. Still sitting a little high with the laterals through here, so let's try raising it up a little bit more. So we'll smooth each side, smooth over the top. Looks decent. Vertical G's are sitting at 0.2 on the very top now. Laterals, we're still sitting a little high coming into it here. Not exactly sure how to fix that. Unless we just keep raising it, which, I mean, it's still not 0Gs, so we can keep raising it. Let's go to vertical Gs. See if we're actually hitting 0Gs on top of this thing yet. Point 0.1. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. That is going to be quite a substantial roll. So we're hitting a little over 3 Gs on each side of it, so that's perfectly acceptable. But yeah, we might still have to go a little bit taller. This is getting a little ridiculous, though. Extremely ridiculous. The vertical Gs are sitting at 0.2 at the very top. What are our laterals? We're still getting a little peak in laterals going up it. So yeah, let's keep raising the height until we actually get to 0Gs. Sitting at, well, that's laterals. Laterals were looking better that time. Let's look at our verticals this time. See if we got up to, see if we've gotten ourselves up to 0Gs yet. Negative 0.05. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks like 0Gs to me. Or as close as we're going to get to it right now. And what were our laterals sitting at through here? So I think we were still sitting pretty little high in the laterals coming up the side of it, but nothing outrageous. So we'll leave that for now. We won't worry about it for right now. If it still ends up being a problem by the time we're done, we'll get to it. .5 lateral G's at the very top, but we're still peaking a little bit right here. See what we can do about that. Not sure if there really is much we can do about that. Actually, that seems to have fixed it. Now we're at 0.2. Happy with that. Okay, awesome. We do need a little bit more angle here, though, it looks like. Oh dear, what did I do? I feel like that messed it up. Good. Let's try that. So I can't really see the track. That makes it a little bit more difficult to do this. I think I just messed it up. Whatever. We are going to need to move some of these trees and do a little bit of terrain work here so I can see what exactly is going on. Okay. Well, now we can see what's going on. That should help. Let's see where was the laterals peaking? I feel like they're like right in here because we're still like sideways. Yeah. We don't want to be sideways through here. Let's give that a lot less angle, and that should help us out. Of course, it's probably going to mess up the actual roll itself, but not too much. Still looks reasonable. Well, they're certainly evening out. That's good. So let's reduce that a little bit more. Like that. I think that actually had a little bit more on it. Like that. There we go. That might work. Let's try it. That's not bad. Not bad at all. What are we peaking at now? I can't be peaking very high. I mean, there's a few spots that are pretty high. Max letter is at 2.7, so that must be one of these spots towards the end. Because this is not anywhere close to 2.7 through here. We might be hitting 1, maybe. I don't even think we're doing that. So like the next really harsh point is this turn. So let's get this whole turn right here and give it a lot more angle. Boom. That may actually fix all our problems on this. Well, now we're down to 0.5. I'm happy with that. Then this funky S turn that doesn't have any banking at all, which we're gonna have to fix that. That does need some banking, actually. Okay, better. Still peaking over 1 though. That's going through 0.7 and down at the bottom here it's still peaking above 1, so we'll give it a little bit more angle. That might help that out. Like that. That is a very harsh transition though. But our laterals are good. So that'll work. That works for me. Alright. And this is our next turn. Which I don't remember how bad this one was. I don't think this one was actually too bad. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it has a little bit here, but all in all, this turn's not too bad. Ah, come on, where's the train? There it is. So let's try that. That might get us a lot less laterals through here, hopefully. My goodness, this track is quite long. Okay, that's much better for that. Now, this turn, coming out from underneath the station here, this is going to need a lot more angle. There we go. See if that helps us out there. It did, substantially. Still need more angle though. Not quite there. Alright. Ah, much better, much better. And looks like we could use a little bit more angle on this turn as well. Just a little bit. Like that. There we go. Let's try that. Should help with that turn. And that turn. Okay, fantastic. What are we peaking at now? 1.2. That's actually quite survivable. This guy needs a little less angle, actually, to come through there. Like that. There we go. Okay, let's smooth that out, because that apparently didn't get smoothed. Okay. Let's try that. Much better through the final spiral. Our peak is now at 1.09, which I'm pretty happy with that. Because I'm pretty sure there's a few spots where we're sitting at just about one lateral G, and that is okay. I am pretty darn happy with that. I think we might actually be hitting some up here. So if we raise this and give it more of an overbank coming over this direction, see if that helps this problem. Surprise, it doesn't. There we go, so we're just sitting right under 90 degrees for this turn now. Hopefully that evens out the G-forces. It does not. We're still peaking a little bit at the top. And let's get rid of any sort of angle here at the bottom. We don't need the angle. Not there. It's just right here, so let's give that a little bit more angle, like that. Maybe that'll help. Maybe. So it's peaking just a little bit right there. Not a lot, just enough to be a possible problem. Still peaking a little bit, but it's better. Okay, I think we're going to call that good for our laterals. What did our verticals look like through the whole ride? Because our verticals... Was there any spot that was too harsh for our verticals? I don't think there was. Actually, that hill's pretty harsh. What's our negatives? Negative 2.49. It's probably right there. Let's smooth this hill out a little bit. Seems to be a little harsh. Still harsh. Still too harsh. Let's try picking up a lot of the track on either side of it, see if that'll help more. We do not like that harshness. I mean, it is an RMC, they're going to be harsh, but for the sake of this one, I would like this one to be nice and smooth. It's pretty harsh on this double down too, so we'll smooth that down. Make sure we also have enough headroom going underneath the newer, smooth airtime hill there. There we go. That should give us... Now we're still getting plenty of airtime, but a lot less than we were before over that little hill. So, let's see, what are we at now? Because over here it's all pretty acceptable. Okay, that's all quite good. This one is gonna need some smoothing. That's a bit harsh. That should help that. And we'll continue smoothing this hill out a little bit more, because it's still probably our peak for our negative G's, which are currently negative 1.5, which is a lot better than negative 2.7. So we're getting there. We just need to make sure this is the smoothest airtime hill. I'm not sure if it's even doing anything at this point. Must be, because this one has definitely lost some more headroom. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Okay. That is negative 1.55. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to lower this down though, through underneath this hill. Now that this hill's gotten so much lower. There we go. So we have ample headroom there. Okay, this might actually be our peak now, is this hill. Let's try smoothing this guy out. See if that helps us out at all. That looks like it helped. Still sitting at 1.55, but it might be this hill as well, because I saw the blue get pretty dark on this hill. So we'll smooth this guy out as well, just to be safe. Airtime hills are too harsh. It's no good. Now we're at negative 1.45, so we reduced it a little bit. We're getting there. Still not entirely sure where that peak is happening, so there's a few spots it could be. I wish we could get like real-time numbers on like everything. Well, not real-time numbers, that's not what I'm looking for. Like a number for each piece of the track, so we know exactly where the high points are. I don't know. Maybe that's ridiculous. A little overkill. Okay, 1.45, and this is the only point that we're getting the darker shade of blue is this hill. So we'll lower this guy down a little bit. We'll try that. Let's see if that works for us. Hopefully. Let's see. It's always such a pain tracking this stuff down. Okay, that's much better. Much better, much better. Where are we sitting? Still at negative 1.45. So it's somewhere else. It's not there. Where are we hitting that negative 1.45? Is it on this hill? No? Oh. That guy. Oh, I forgot about him. Probably why why it hasn't been changing at all. Yeah, smooth him down to almost non-existent, and that will still get like some stupid airtime off of it. Just like the actual Steel Vengeance, the first airtime hill. Yeah, there we go. The first airtime hill after the first drop. It's like a foot tall, and it's like 50 feet long. But you'll get airtime out of it because you're traveling so fast over it. Ah, negative 0.7, much better. Okay, our max verticals are at 5.7. That's acceptable. It's not awful. Look to be at the bottom of our hill over here. So maybe if we smooth this out through here a little bit, might be able to reduce that. But that's just going to give us laterals through here now. I don't want laterals either. No, our laterals are still fine. Okay. I'm happy with it. It's survivable. It would be almost pleasant to actually ride. I think I'm going to go for it. So let's get this guy running 2 trains here. 2 trains. Let's get them spaced. Probably need like 30-second spacing between the two. That was not 30 seconds. Then again, I could probably just take out that block break so it just looks at the top of the lift hill, and we'd probably be fine. Yeah, actually. Because if that one launched just about as he was cresting the lift hill. It's still not quite right. Let's get this up to 40 seconds. See if that fixes the problem. So we want to prevent the trains from sitting on top of the lift hill for any period of time. Because right now they're just pausing up there for like maybe a second. I know in real life it's much simpler because in real life you can just make the lift hill go a little bit slower to accommodate that. I mean, we could technically do that here as well, but I want to keep the lift hill speed up a little bit. I don't want to decrease the lift hill speed either. And then that is perfect timing. Okay, fantastic. So maximum is 45 seconds, minimum is 40 seconds. Any load. Awesome. Now, we do need to figure out how to put a waterfall back here. We're going to have to be doing a lot of terrain work along the front of this. First, let's start getting rid of these trees. There's trees everywhere. I say get rid of the trees. I don't want to get rid of the trees. I just want to move them so they're not in the way. So they're not interfering with the roller coaster. Then we're going to have to replant a bunch of trees around it to make sure that it stays well hidden-ish. That might work there. Yeah, we'll go for it for right now. But yeah, we'll need some more trees to fill in some of the gaps. We'll get there. For now, we just need to make sure that these trees that are in the way are not in the way. That's still in the way. Only there's like a flatter side that we can put against this side. No. Not sure if it's going to work. We're still going to try it, but not sure on that one. This guy just needs to be moved up the hill just a little bit, not on top of another tree. That's weird. We don't need that. There we go. This one's gonna have to move. Put that guy right there. This one's gonna have to move. But it definitely looks like down from the pathway. It definitely looks more like just a cluster of roller coaster, which is kind of what I was going for, just to making it look as chaotic as possible. This big guy here is still not working though. We're gonna have to move him somewhere else. So I don't even know where else he'll fit right now. Out front here. That'll work. Looks like we have some tree problem here. No, I don't want the roller coaster. I want the tree. Yeah, there we go. And those two trees are good. This tree, we're going to move a little bit, not too much. Right there. There we go. This guy we're going to move in a little bit. This guy we're going to move in a little bit, like right here. There we go. There's a smaller tree down here that needs to be moved. Okay, I think we're almost there. If not already there. No, we're not there yet. This guy's still in the way. Okay, that doesn't clip anything coming through here. That little guy might have to move though. This guy. Just a little bit, move him over here. And move this guy just a little bit further up the hill. Just a couple feet like that. There we go. Making sure we are clear. Alright. Awesome. So we need to work on building a waterfall over here, I think. I know that's what everybody was asking for. We're going to take these two pieces up here, and we're actually going to take out track supports. Like that. And that's where the waterfall's going to be, right in the middle. It's going to look ridiculous. And exceedingly extra, but that is kind of the point here. Just trying to make this as extra as possible. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this yet. Let's try increasing the height here, so the river goes underneath it and then falls in front of it. I think that's what we're going to go for. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of terrain work on this one anyways, especially on the front here to make it look appropriate. And also so it doesn't like get all mess up the track like it's doing right now. There we go. So let's see. So if we take our water, well, we take this guy first. We're gonna decrease the size of this. So we have like we're gonna build a pool of water up here. Hopefully we can make this work right. That's the highest it'll let me make the water. That's not great. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's the highest we can make the water up here. So let's see what we can do about that. See if we can decrease the size here, make this deeper like that. I don't know why it won't let me fill the water up anymore. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So then if we decrease the size here, the water disappears. Okay, great. Yeah, because I really don't know how to make this whole waterfall thing work. Still working on it, obviously. Alright. So it would be convenient if they allowed me to bring it up to a slightly higher height. But whatever. Wish we could also do this like in smaller intervals or something. Pretty much any way to do water better would be, or any other way to do water would probably be better. Yeah. It's like, I hate to say it, but the first Roller Coaster Tycoon games I feel were better at this. Because here's a height that would be entirely enclosed, and it does not want to raise it to that height. It doesn't make any sense at all. I have no idea how I'm going to make a waterfall out of this nonsense. Where's my phone? I need to look this up, because this does not make any sense to me at all. Yeah. But if the terrain gets too close to the height of the water, then the water just disappears, which isn't helpful either. Yeah, I have the adventure DLC. I do. I just okay. That's a little bit better. I think we can work with that one. Okay, then we can just put a hole over here and put water in it. So we have a height of water we're working to. Ah, goodness. Let's see. And my water just disappeared. Darn it. Stop that. Now it's way shallower than it was before. Darn it. Need to bring this up a little bit more. And this, just the general rim around it, trying to get the water to get to a more reasonable height. There we go. So then, take this guy, make a nice cliff here, and that water just disappeared. That's not what I wanted. Undo. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we should be able to make a small waterfall going from there to there, and then a large waterfall going from there down the center here. That's our goal. uh, this is a large waterfall. This is a huge waterfall. Top waterfall. Not quite what I was looking for. What do these all look like? So that's just, so this is the one that we're going to have to use over here, just to indicate that this is a really big waterfall. Yeah, that's large waterfall top for a huge waterfall. Put that over here. Uh-oh, got a text message. Okay, let's see if we can make this work right. Make this look like a waterfall. Well, not even there because that looks weird. Wish they made the waterfall effect a little bit closer. That would have been nice. Look a little closer to the actual piece there. Okay, that can work for this. We're just gonna have to fill in this with like some rocks. Try to make it look roughly right. Just gonna play around with this top one before I start working on the big one. Let's get some small rocks in here. Let's see, small, small. That is a fairly large small rock. Gonna have to. Yeah, I don't even know how to make this. This is not easy to make a waterfall look correct. I feel like it should be a little bit. A little bit simpler than this. The chisel tool. Oh, too far. Nope, a little too far again. Nope. Yeah, the chisel tool seems to work pretty well for this. For trying to get it down just a little bit more. Oop, that's a little too much. That'll have to work for us. That's not too bad though. Let's see, where's that waterfall piece? Right here. Let's move you a little bit over here. Like that. There we go. That looks better. Then I think there's more like water splashing elements we can add. Add like this guy in here. Try to make it look like we got a little bit of water movement going on. There we go. Much better. Then we just need a splash for the bottom, which I think there was actually one for that. This down here we do not want to align to surface. Well, now it's aligning weird anyways. There we go. So you can add this guy down at the bottom. Like that. Looks about right. Let's actually get this guy and duplicate and move. We're going to duplicate and move him down a little bit so we have a continuous flow of water down the whole waterfall. Like that. There we go. These waterfalls are going to be expensive, my goodness. Okay, and then once we get our basic shape for the waterfalls, we'll do a little bit more scenery to try to touch it up, make it look pretty. Okay, now we need to sort out this section. So we are pushing down this direction here. We need this to be a little bit more than 1 meter. Bring that close to the edge there. Like that. Okay, then we're going to use our chisel tool. Make it really small. Oh, that undid all our water. Let's go back, back. There we go. And that undid the water. Stop undoing the water. I don't need that. I need that water there. Why is it auto painting? Auto paint. There we go. It's like auto painting the rock into grass. There we go. Okay, I think we can work with that. So we need to go into scenery. We need to find a huge waterfall. Like that. And then we're going to be adding a... So we duplicate advanced move, but instead of actually duplicating, we milled a midsection and move that down. So we have a midsection to our waterfall here. I think that's how this works. We'll see. Actually, we're not going to add him yet. Probably make sure this is... Well, we can probably just add a bunch of these guys. We can duplicate you, move you down, out a little bit like that. Right there. Then down. Out a little bit. Like that. So this waterfall isn't exactly straight down, it's kind of tumbling down the side of this mountainy cliff. So this is how we're going to do things. Hope it works. Okay, then we can add the large splash at the bottom. We should be good. Beautiful. Then we add some large rocks to the top here to try to hide the fact that there actually isn't water flowing over this waterfall. Then use a bunch of little rocks and some water splash, and hopefully this will look about right. And actually, with all of this, trying to get the scenery rating up to very high on this ride should not be difficult. But we'll see. We will see. We might have to actually color this not grass as well. That may also help. So if this is actually, this whole area is actually colored as rock, then we put a bunch of water splashes on top of it. Should look pretty decent, hopefully. So let's try that. Let's try coloring this terrain. Rock, right here. So is that the right rock? I don't know. Is there a wrong rock? Okay, then we can add some water splashing and we should be good to go here. Hopefully. Some of these small fountain splashes. Make it look like there's actually water flowing through here. Let's see. Large water splashing. Might be too big for what we're looking for here. Let's go back to the medium ones. The medium ones seem to be about the right size. Okay, that's not too bad. Hey Morris, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Alright, so from that waterfall we need to come down. We will be building a connection from that waterfall to over here. You have something to show me. Uh-oh. What is it that you have to show me? Let's see. Oh, they actually announced something. That's nice. Theme Makers Toolkit. Let's see. So they're finally adding the ability to make custom content. That is fantastic. Finally, we've only been asking for that since the game came out. Because, you know, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 had it. Yeah. Interesting. Well, that means I'm actually going to have to pull out some 3D modeling software and try to figure out what I'm doing so I can make some stuff. Okay, we're gonna actually have to delete this pathway here for a minute. And let's see, we need terrain. Yeah, I know. It's been doing some weird things. Sometimes it's synced, sometimes it's not. I'm using a new software trying to figure out how to make it work. It's been doing weird stuff. I am aware that that's a problem, though. There we go, now it's all connected. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to fix it right now. I've been playing around with it with no success at all. Streamlabs? What is that one? Because right now I'm using OBS, and it's going through Restream IO, which may be the problem as well. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'm getting lag from one of the programs I'm running it through. It's probably Restream IO what that's causing it. So I was using Bebo. Now I'm using OBS, and I haven't been having any problems with OBS by itself. But Restream could be causing the issue. Yeah, it's a little irritating because I'm still trying to figure, because that's the only way I know of to stream to all the different platforms at once, unless there's another one that doesn't cause lag. I'm not really sure. I'm still relatively new at this whole streaming thing. Okay, we need scenery and this guy. I could. I may have to stop my stream here for a second, though. Let me see. What are we doing here? I don't even remember how to... Yeah, because I was playing around with this. I don't even remember how to do that on OBS. So I just kind of set it as Restream. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm really not getting any viewers on Mixer and YouTube anyways. Should just stick with I should just stick with Twitch. Seems to do a lot better for me. Let's see. What are we trying to do? We're trying to change this to just going to Twitch. How do we do that? Output. All right. I'm